Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse, today, Monday, December 2nd, 2024. Now, we're in a bit of a rush because we're going to cover the closing arguments in People of the State of New York versus Daniel Penny. We've been covering the case from the beginning, and in fact, during the lull between the end of evidence in the Thanksgiving week and today's closing arguments, we published a book. It's called Daniel Penny for Your Thoughts, New York versus Daniel Penny. You can find it on Amazon. It's an audio book, and we're going to be covering it down to the end. So check that out. We also put a lot of the exhibits online, including videos, etc. So check that out. Check it out. Now, we're also covering, of course, all things Sean Combs. Although on that front, I've got to say, you're going to find more of our content from now. You'll find it on Inner City Press, of course, but you'll find it also on Patreon and Substack for reasons that, if you go back through this timeline, should become clear. Nevertheless, like a phoenix from the ashes, on Friday, after Thanksgiving, we published, at long last, the book, U.S. versus Eric Adams, City of Maybe. City of Maybe. It's about the prosecution of Eric Adams. And on that docket, what we can say is he's still pushing to move up his trial to April Fool's Day, so he can run. Here comes the sirens for Eric now. So he can run in the mayoral election, re-election in his case. Ramos, Lander, many candidates in the mix. But now he no longer wants to waive his CIPA rights to look at classified information. So I don't know if he's going to get the speed up that he's looking for, actually. But we'll have to see. He also has lawyers that say they need the speed up because they're doing another case down in D.C., which ironically is a case that we've covered here in Southern District of New York. It's a kind of Navy spying case in which one of the individuals was arrested in New York and so presented here. So we'll be covering that case as well. But we're kind of on the run. But we must mention, of course, the United Nations. Now, over the holiday weekend, Aleppo in Syria was taken over by a listed terrorist group supported, at least among others, by Turkey. The UN, of course, clutched its pearls. They're absolutely ineffective. They've had a special advisors on Syria for some time now. Mistura, now he's in Western Sahara getting paid for absolutely zero. And Geir Peterson. Both of these officials I know and like. Sirens everywhere. Eric is really bringing down the noise. But what we can say, this guy there's a police car going the wrong way up the Bowery. In any event. These are fine officials. I mean, they're longtime diplomats, but they were always very polite, but they did nothing when Antonio Guterres, the censorious madman at the top of the UN, had Inner City Press banned. They did nothing. So it's sort of very convenient. They're polite to the press while they're in, but when they're out, they don't care. And then yet, they'll give speeches about freedom of the press. Well, we're hoping that's about to end. Litmus test. This month, the U.S. mission to the UN is in charge. Total lame ducks. But after that, the litmus test begins. To be continued. Inner City Press.